What is education? According to Merriam-Webster's, education is the action or process of educating, which means to train by formal instruction and to develop mentally, morally, or aesthetically. Schools are designed to provide students with the education they need to succeed in the real world. Public schools were created to give kids an opportunity to learn and grow through the state's pocketbook and are funded through taxes. For 2017, there are 1,192,205 students attending public schools in Virginia, with 1,173 elementary schools, 340 middle schools, and 339 high schools. Charter schools are alternatives to public education. They are usually funded through paying tuition. As of 2017, there are 9 charter schools in Virginia serving around 1,200 students. This accounts for about 0.09% of total school enrollment. In general, public schools are a great way to give students the education they need. Take, for example, Falls Church City with an SOL pass rate of 92% for English and 90% for math for 2015, or Loudoun County with an 87% SOL pass rate for English and an 85% for math. However, there are school districts that are in a far worse situation than these districts, like Manassas Park City with a 71% pass rate for the English SOL and a 76% for the math SOL in 2015, and Alexandria City with a 71% English SOL pass rate and an abysmal 69% pass rate for the math SOL. Unfortunately, many of these worst school districts are made up of economically disadvantaged households. Just 26% of adults over 25 had bachelor's degrees in Manassas Park, and Alexandria had an overall pass rate of just 59% for economically disadvantaged students. This is where school choice can come in to make a difference.
School districts where the public education isn't the best can benefit the most from the added choice and competition that school choice can bring. Take, for example, Murray High School in Charlottesville, with an 87% pass rate for the English SOL and 91% pass rate for the math SOL. Or York River Academy in York County with an 81% pass rate for the English SOL and a 71% pass rate for the math SOL. Charter schools like these are designed to provide parents with additional choice when deciding where to send their kid, and added choice can increase competition in the school district, resulting in a better learning experience. Some charter schools are called public charter schools, where there is no tuition needed to send your kid there, like Murray High School. Other charter schools require some form of tuition needed to send their kids there. This can be a major challenge for parents, especially in economically disadvantaged areas, where school choice would benefit the most. This is where tax reimbursement and vouchers can come in to alleviate some of the burden of paying tuition.
Tax reimbursements and credits provide tax relief to individuals who donate to private education organizations. The money donated can go to scholarships used to provide a tuition-free experience for families, sending their child to schools where you usually need to pay tuition. Another, less common component of school choice is the ability to send students to schools they are not zoned for. A local example would be a student zoned for Monticello can attend Western Albemarle and still have full bus transportation and pay no fee.
Mark Obenshain is a Virginia senator who introduced Bill SB 1283. Bill SB 1283 would allow the Board of Education to establish and look over charter schools in a district where total school enrollment would exceed 3,000 at a single school. Obenshain was very adamant about school choice, saying in an email interview, "I believe it will make our public educational system stronger and will foster innovation that will benefit divisions around Virginia." We also had the opportunity to interview the chairwoman of the Albemarle County Board of Education, Kate Akoff, and the vice chairman, Steve Colzar. Ms. Akoff took a much more pro-public stance, saying the majority of non-public schools that did better under unrepresented minorities and that many charter schools were underfunded. Mr. Colzar took a slightly more natural stance, agreeing that federal money and taxes should go to public schools, but saying charter schools can exist if they are ran properly and looked at on a county-by-county basis. The debate on school choice has been going on for a while now, but has recently picked up steam with the appointing of the new Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. DeVos is an advocate for school choice, voucher programs, and charter schools, which is a contrast from the last two Secretaries of Education, Arne Duncan and John King, who support Common Core, the No Child Left Behind Act, and the successor, the Every Student Success Act.
Overall, there are many pros and cons to school choice. Some positives of school choice is it allows parents to decide where their tax money goes, gives the parents more flexibility and choice in the type of education their child receives, and programs like vouchers and scholarships make it possible for parents to send their child to a school they otherwise couldn't afford. Some of the negatives of school choice is that programs like tax credits would cut public school funding, student diversity would suffer, and that the introduction of charter schools would complicate the school system. This brings us to our options. What can we do about school choice? Option 1 is to simply have no school choice. All tax money would go to public schools, and the only option is public. Option 2 is radically pro-choice. Parents decide where their tax money goes. Charter schools can be privately operated. Curriculum is decided by charter schools. Vouchers and tax credits exist, and parents can send their kids to out-of-zone schools. Option 3 is a combination of the two. Charter schools can exist, but must be seen over the public school board. Tax money must go to public, but vouchers can exist for families to afford charter. Parents cannot send kids to out-of-zone schools. And finally, option 4 is the same as option 3, but allows parents to send their kids to out-of-zone schools.